underway. You can kill my mind for flow, but I went slow. Hold me till I scream forever, and wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby,
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I hope all is well with you. Today we're here with another story time. This lady has a story to tell, and I think it's something that's important, a conversation that needs to be had. She's talking about her own personal story, and she gives a little bit of insight as to what to look out for. So we'll get into the story, but before we do, please take this time to like and subscribe to this channel and hit that post notification bell so you're notified whenever I drop a video. Now let's get into it.
And while we at it, let me put y'all on game with this too, okay? Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, we talked about no slumber parties. Let me explain to y'all, if you have daughters that are old enough to babysit, let me tell you how the person who essayed me, which was my older cousin's husband, this is what he used to do. It started at 9 with just a kiss like that. I think that was a test because I did not tell. And then it slowly eventually progressed into penetration. But let's get back, let's roll it back. It started off with, they lights went out. We had a storm. They lights went out and they had to come stay at my grandma's house. That's where it started. Once he seen that he got away with that little bit, he was ready. He was on that. So he started asking my grandma, can I babysit? And of course she was like, yeah. I was a straight A student. I was a good kid. So by the time I got to about 10 or 11, I started babysitting. Almost every single time that we would get to their house or apartment, wherever they was living at the time, for us to babysit, he would come up with the reason why he was sick and he couldn't go. And my cousin was so fucking drunk in love, she would go for it every time. He'd be like, call your homegirls and see if they could go with you. I'm not feeling good. As soon as they would walk out the door, he was coming for me. He was coming for me. Then he would do what he would do to me. Use your imagination. All through the night, having me doing all kind of grown shit. All kind of grown ass shit. Oral. Mostly oral. To this day, at 42 years old, every now and then, I still know what he smelled like. It is a thing. And I really didn't have no intentions on being emotional about this, but it's a thing. It's a thing. I can still smell like what he smelled like down there. Like I'll get a whiff of it every now and then, like every 3-4 years. That's how often. But I remember a time where, you know, I spent the night over there. They went out, I babysat, but he woke up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and came down there while I was asleep. It made me get up, and I remember he put me up on like the washer or dryer or whatever it was, and right as he was getting ready to penetrate me with his grown ass penis, my cousin called. She was up, they had an upstairs. She called him and was like, Rodney. She was like, where are you? And then he hurried up, and that was the day when I was like, ooh, he about to get caught. He never did. She never was suspicious. But like I said in one of my old TikToks, one time her and my grandma, they sat me down when I was 11 years old and told me that I was too close to him. Every time he walked out the door, he would ask, could I go with him? If he was going to Walgreens, he would ask. If he was going, that nobody would ask me. He would ask the adult. And they would be like, yeah, go ahead. And then he'll be like, come on, precious. Nobody would stop it. Nobody would say anything. And every single time, something happened. People that do shit like this, the groomers, they groom the family first. the adults around the children. They need to see how much they can get away with. And that's why I said there's no such thing as being overprotective. Because a SAer is a SAer is a SAer. They don't discriminate. They don't have preferences. It's not about race. It's not about social class. It's not about financial status. It's about how protective are the adults around the children. Because if motherfuckers with mindsets like that see that you are not protected, you lunch, you a snack. And I was not protected. I was looked at as money. I was looked at as the kid that's gonna make it, because I did so well in school. I was in all the pageants. I could sing Whitney at 5 years old. I was singing Shirley Murdoch, As We Lay, Whitney Houston, Greatest Love of All, A House Is Not a Home, Luther Vandross, Stephanie Mills, Home. I was singing all of that shit as a little girl. My family found out I could sing. They put me in everything. In every single pageant you could think of. Never lost. Never lost the talent portion. Never. Always won Miss Congeniality. Like, that motherfucker could see my light. And because the adults around me were so focused on me making it, they wasn't even paying attention to this motherfucker. So people that's grooming kids, watch out for friends and family who always want your child to come babysit. Or can they come over and help me clean out my closet? Can they come over and watch if you have a man that ain't your kid's father and be like, I want to take her to the store with me, or I want her to come to my job at my garage where I be fixing cars at and help me clean up a little bit, teach them some responsibility. Don't leave nobody alone with your child. Be overprotective. If motherfuckers be like, you be tripping, that's fine, trip. Protect your children. Children that are unprotected become insecure, trauma-filled adults with fucked up ass mindsets that is hard to recover from. And what makes it even harder to recover from it, because people will be like, well, go get therapy. Well, guess what? That therapist that you hired has trauma that they haven't even healed from. You understand? They can't even help you get through that trauma because they're trying to figure out how to get through theirs. You really got to do some soul searching. So don't let nobody make you feel crazy when they say you're overprotective of your children. Ain't no such motherfucking thing. I am a beast when it comes to my children. A lion, a polar bear, a grizzly bear. Do you understand me? I am the most vicious animal. When it comes to these 6 kids, Martez, Mia, Marcia, Milan, Malia, and Malay, do you understand? Yes, all my kids got the same initials. Don't judge me. I'm coming for your ass. Okay? In my Kendrick Lamar first, my Blick first, then God got me. Don't play with me. Pew, pew, what y'all trying to do? Be overprotective of them kids. Motherfuckers always want your kids to babysit. Can your kid go to the store with me? Can they come over and help me clean something? We talking about friends, family, stepdaddies, and stepmamas. Pay attention, okay? I don't want to stir up negative emotions in people, but I don't want people to be naive, because what you don't know, you don't know. This is the world that we living in. And I seen that somebody made in the comments of the last video I made, that's so sad, because when I was born in the 50s and we went to slumber parties all the time. Trust me, sis, shit was going down back then too. Trust me. And a lot of black families would sweep shit under the rug because CPS was not a thing. Motherfuckers have their own siblings doing shit with each other. You don't want to call the police on your own son or your own brother or your own uncle. That was the mindset back then. We still got to protect our men, even though they did something wrong. We don't want the white man to get a hold of them. It's 2025. I wouldn't give a fuck if Putin and Trump got a hold of a motherfucker. Goodbye. If you did something like that, I don't give a fuck who get a hold of you. You better hope the God that I serve don't get a hold of your ass. You understand? You better hope I don't get a hold of your ass. Because all of this mindset and positive energy That shit's out the window when it comes to my sex. I don't give two flying motherfucks. You understand? I'm working on me, y'all. I'm healing. I'm a work in progress. I call myself the hood Tabitha Brown all the time because I'm still in the process of healing. What I love about Tabitha Brown is she knows how to check a bitch without using one cuss word. She knows how to go off without going off. That is a craft. It's something about that. You understand? So I'm going to get there one day. But the message of today is pay attention who always want to be around your kids. Motherfuckers that's thirsty to be around your kids. People that want to take your kids to the store. Can they come spend the night and babysit for me? I got a little work over here to do. I'll pay them. They can spend the night. Pay attention. You understand? It's your daughter, my mistress. I love y'all. I really do. Y'all probably think that when I say that, I be faking. I don't. I love y'all. My niggas.
What she said was deep. Before these men groomed the children, they groomed their families. Why was no one, looking out? Why was no one intrigued that he keeps asking for this one little girl? Why was no one like, radar going off? Like, this is weird. Why he stay asking for her to do X, Y, and Z? Looking for the signs. Like, we have to do better with paying attention to our surroundings, paying attention to habits and, just things that's going on. Would I say they failed her? Yes, because this happened to her. But at the same time, I mean, it's one of those learning lessons where certain things you don't know till it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of times I feel like people tend to think the best of people. If you don't have a mind that is negative or, out to get people, you're not thinking that other people are like that. You think that people have like minds like you. So I can see them not thinking nothing of it. And of course, he's doing little slick stuff like, oh, can she babysit my kids? Or, last minute pulling out of, plans and dates and stuff like that. So it probably didn't, register to them, but it's terrible. We got to definitely look out for our little girls. Make sure we keep our head on a swivel. And like she said, there is no such thing as being overprotective. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Did her family fail her? Y'all let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Listen, I like chocolate girl, all shades, different flavors. She a diamond and a pearl. She a goddess with a mentor, yeah. Cinnamon swirl. She relate to what I've been through, yeah.